Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and please thumbs up the video if you do enjoy watching this video. Please leave me a comment below and share the video on all your social media networks that you are on. And you can also add me as a friend on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I'll leave that information in the more info box below. Okay, so this video will be a little bit similar. It's kind of a random kind of rant sort of video. It's kind of randomish. It's a little bit similar to like a video I've done in the past, which you all probably seen before. Those of you who watched it, if you haven't, obviously go back and watch it. The video that I did about the big booties in the workplace, and yeah, I think that was the only video. Um, I've done a couple other videos too about like just perceptions of women in the workplace, basically. I know that's a huge issue. Like I know a couple of years ago, the Beverly Lorenza, she was fired from Citibank, for dressing too sexily, which I thought was totally like ludicrous. I've never heard of anything so crazy, right? I mean, like, you fired a woman because you deemed her body as too curvaceous and distracting to her male coworkers. I mean, that was sickening just to hear. So I definitely think it's definitely a huge issue. But I was kind of thinking, this something I was talking about with one of my coworkers today. Not at my job downtown, but the one at home. I was talking to one of my coworkers, and something she was saying about like how black women, like, in general, are kind of always kind of made to feel like we have to kind of watch ourselves and mind our manners. Like, oh, don't say it that way. Don't talk that way. You might be you know mistaken for being angry or ghetto or brash or rude, or don't dress that way. You might look slutty, or girl, your butt is way too big for those pants or that outfit. You need to cover that up a little bit. You need to do this. You need to, and it's just a lot of, it's a lot of hoo ha and it's a lot of craziness. And we were just talking about how unfair it is to us, and like how we always have to feel like we're following, how everybody has to follow rules, right? But we feel like we're always following a separate set of rules than everybody else, because we may be more curvaceous than others, or because we're black, because we're different, and I'm like, I don't think we're any different than anybody else, and I'm like, so why are we being treated as different, as though we are different, you know? And it's just crazy, and I'm like, okay, it gets kind of sickening. But I mean, yeah, I've seen articles on. I Google some articles, I researched some articles. Yeah, there are articles about how some black women do feel like they do follow a different set of rules when it comes to the office place. So this definitely is a reality. This is not something I'm making up. Clearly, yes, it is an unfortunate reality that we do live in. That I definitely think it's something that needs to be addressed and worked on immediately. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. So yeah, so similar to the topic that I did before. um I know, like, for me, I sort of have like my own experience with the whole dressing in the workplace, because I do work at home, but I also work downtown in a call center. So I work in an office place, so I have to go and be seen by my supervisors and my peers and things like that. So for me, as far as how I dress when I go into the office place, we have the thing about our work environment is we have a casual work environment, okay? So that can make things even more confusing for a woman who is, curvy or not curvy, and just trying to, be appropriate, because you should be appropriate whether you're curvy or not. But it can be really rough, okay, well, it's a casual workplace. Our thing is kind of just casual, business casual, just kind of wherever you like, but as long as you're just don't come there with like a halter top on, a skirt up here, and you're like, woohoo, cowgirl boots and whatever. Just don't do anything that's obviously crazy. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is work. No, no, no. What are you trying to get fired? as long as you don't do that, you should be good. But yeah, for me, I usually wear I wear slacks occasionally if I feel like doing the slacks and a nice top. But sometimes I don't always want to wear slacks. I may want to wear something more relaxed, more comfortable. So I wear jeggings or my denim. I have some denim jeggings. I have jeans I'll put on. Sometimes I'll wear like these other kind of like spandex kind of with jeggings are spandex, pretty much what am I talking about. They all are spandex, but they're kind of a color. I have some colorful pairs, like I have a green pair, a yellow pair, a red pair. I haven't worn a red pair yet. It's really bright. I haven't worn the red bright pair yet. Saving that for later, for another occasion. But I wear the yellow. I've worn the yellow, the green before, the brown pair. Yeah, I gotten looks when I wear them? Of course, yes, uh-huh, uh-huh. Last couple times I've worn those pants, I've kind of worn my jacket over it. I do sometimes become a little self-conscious because of my booty and hips, and y'all know my struggle with the booty and everything. Y'all know from past videos. I don't even need to get into it. I don't need to go into it. I don't need to, cause you like Lisa. No, we never heard it. Well, we never heard it. We heard you. We heard you cry. You don't need to tell us no more about how you are with your hips and your figure and everything. And you also know my struggles with my coworkers, like my female coworkers. Like they're so weird with me. Not all of them, because I've been there a year, so a lot of them I already know. The ones I already know who already know me, who already like me, I don't have any problem with them. It's the ones like it's the new interviewers because we get I told y'all last time we hired a lot of new people, right? And these people they already know me like that. They only see me a few weeks now. They've been looking at me for a few weeks, and it's so crazy. Like I just had this weird experience Friday. I swear I ain't lying to y'all. It happens all the time. Craziness, right? I go in the bathroom. And this chick comes out of the stall, and she just looks at me, and then like just looks away and rolls her eyes. I'm like, what the hell was that? I was like, what did I do to you? And I'm like, so I just, I decided that's not gonna ruin my evening. And I'm like, whatever, you're irrelevant anyway. I don't know you, So I was like, whatever, So I didn't really think too much of it. So later that evening, the same girl, she's like sitting a row down from me. And so I'm sitting next to one of my coworkers, right? So we're talking and everything, we're laughing. And because me and her actually came in together, we rode the elevator up together. So we, sit down together. So I was like, okay, I want to take my break now. So I get up to go take my break around maybe like 7 something. So I get up to take my break, and then I go down there. I just happen to walk past the girl, and she was sitting next to her friend at this point, and she like kind of whispers something to her friend, so her friend looks up at me and sees me, and like I guess they talked about me when I'm getting ready to walk by, and I'm like, what is the problem? And it's like I don't know what is going on here, but these chicks are mad hating, man. They mad hating on your girl. Like I don't know, like what's with that? I mean, my coworker, like the one from my job downstairs in my basement, she's like, girl, haters gonna hate. I'm like, clearly. Haters, they gonna hate. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, sweetheart, I mean, you got insecurities that you got to deal with. That's on you, boo. That's a personal problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Cause Lisa's gonna be Lisa whether you like her or not. I mean, I don't really give a damn about you not liking me. I mean, do you think I'm gonna crumble because you staring at me and gawking at me or laughing at me or what? I mean, I don't care. I'm like, whatever. I'm myself. I'm always gonna be me. I'm a nice person. I mean, I've never done anything wrong to anybody. I know I haven't done anything wrong. I don't walk around rolling my eyes at people and making faces, and I don't do that. I know I haven't started. So, hey, as long as you don't put your hand on me, as long as you don't come my face and nothing, I'm good. So you can keep rolling your eyes and looking crazy and everything, and it's just craziness. Like it's just goofy. It's goofy. I don't know what it is, but these chicks they just look at me and I was talking to you. I told her I'm talking to my coworker about it, right? And she was like, I think she said, they don't really expect you to be, us BBWs. BBW stands for big beautiful woman. They don't expect you to be as confident. With what you got, your curves and everything, they don't expect you to have that kind of confidence. And so they see that you have that kind of confidence, they try to kind of knock you off your game, trying to knock you down a peg. And I do think it's that. I think you have a lot of, sadly, I think, and that's another thing we black women got to stop doing. We have to stop, I'm recording, we have, I'm about to in a few minutes. The meat still need to get ready. Okay. Yeah. So, we got to stop, doing that to each other. We have to stop tearing each other down, and start building each other up. We have to stop looking at our fellow sister and kind of just, especially, and just because she's curvy or, she's got a, bigger booty or bigger breast or whatever. It's like we look at that and we kind of, oh, she's a slut or she's a whore or, who does she think she is, being all confident? Who the hell, Oh, she should be ashamed. Oh my God, like she's a cover up. She needs to hide that. I'm like, why? Why she got to do that? Why she got to? Does anybody ask Kim Kardashian to hide her ass? I'm waiting. Nope. I didn't think so. Okay, so don't ask me to hide mine. Okay, don't ask black women to be ashamed of their shape because you don't ask these fair skinned women to be ashamed of theirs. So don't ask no black woman to be ashamed of hers either. I'd be like, really? What is with the madness? I mean, so what? You see a black woman in the workplace and she's curvy or whatever. Okay, let her be curvy. And then with this whole modesty thing, dressing modestly in the workplace or in church, that's another thing too in church. Now I've seen some women in church dress inappropriately. Especially if curvy or whether you're curvy or not curvy, you always want to dress appropriately for the church, of course, or for the workplace. I don't know. Modesty kind of. I have my love hate relationship with the word modesty and the idea it represents because I understand what it's supposed to do, but what it does is sometimes the way it sounds like I want you to. It sounds like you need to dumb yourself down and you need to play yourself down because you make other people uncomfortable. And we don't want you to make anyone uncomfortable. And we just don't want you to distract anybody. So make sure you cover that up now. You cover that booty up, girl, because you don't need to be out here distracting anybody and looking like the Jezebel you are and whatever. I'm just being silly, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, I just have a problem with the whole, modesty word. It just throws me off. Like, I know what it means. It just means decent in the word just being decent. But I think the idea of modesty, especially when you connect it with religion, is kind of being subservient to someone else's idea or perception of you. And that I don't like because I'm not one to cater to people's, perception of me. And I don't feel like I need to, dumb myself down or, I'm kind of a rebel. Even my mom is like, maybe you should wear like, mom was always like, you need to wear some slacks, or you don't need to wear so much colors wintertime. You wear too much color. My mom even gets on me, and I'm like, I kind of fight her on it. She's like, oh, okay, whatever you want, and I think I'm just kind of like that because I am who I am. And I think at this point, I'm 26 years old. I'm a grown woman, and I like who I am now. Maybe at one point in my life, I didn't like who I was, and so now I do, and I know who I am, and I'm an artist too, and so that's how we are. So we don't like to cater and kowtow to other people's rules. I just don't like following rules. I'm like, no, no, that's why I'm kind of an entrepreneur. You know, have that entrepreneurial spirit. I'm like, I don't like following rules. I like making them. You can follow my rules, but I'm not gonna follow yours. Like I don't want to, especially because of what I'm wearing. Like screw you. Like I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to make you comfortable. I don't care about your comfort. Like I don't want to. So what? I'm distracting you. What are you looking at me for anyway? Why don't you? What are you looking at? You know, and I've never asked. And by the way, I've never asked any of them what they're looking at, but I'd be wondering, like, what the hell are you looking at? Like, they just be staring. I'm like, why? Why? What is it? I mean, like, I'm like, well, what do you want? I mean, like, can I help you? Because I can help you. Because I am a level two. I'm a level two interviewer. Like, I could help you. You need some help with coding out a case. What happened? You want me to help you? They just be staring. I'm like, what? What up? I mean, seriously. But they get on my nerves with that. So, I don't know. I just wanted to get on here and rant, basically. As y'all can see, like, she just got on here to scream. I'm like, of course. What did you think this was? Thanks for listening anyway. But I just came here to just talk to y'all and say, hey, what's up? I missed you. and I just want to say a little something and just get my feelings out about this. But yeah, it just irks me because I'm like, I don't know, the whole modesty thing, I'm with it, but I'm with it, I support it. Yes, you should, I do think women do need to dress a certain way, dress appropriately in the office place. Of course, I'm support that. Of course, I think you need to dress appropriately in the church or office place or whatever. But I just don't, not to the point where you're not really yourself anymore, or I just don't like the idea of having to hide yourself. And I feel like too many times we kind of have to do that, when it comes to our curves and whatnots, and you need to dress like this and make sure that skirt comes right here, right by the knee, and make sure it's not too like this, make sure them pants ain't fitting like that, and make sure. And I'm like, what is the problem, and I'm like, what is this, and I don't know. I mean, is it really that important? Does what people think of us? I mean, really, So I don't know. It's just it's crazy. But church, I'm glad I brought up church because church is another one. That's another big one. Like, I actually recently went to a church a Christmas party not too long ago last year, for not my church, but another church that I visit occasionally with my mom. It's like up the street from my house. And boy, oh boy, I was trying to figure out what I was going to wear to that. And I chose the right thing. I wore a nice dress, color block dress, red in the center, black on the side. It was cute, perfect. So it's like, okay, it accentuated the curves, but not to the point where it's like super tight and it's hugging me. And oh, that would have been a problem. And I got a lot of attention anyway because people were trying to figure out who I was because I'm not really a member of the church. So they was like, who's that? So I'm like, the way they was looking at me, child, I was going to wear, like, had I worn the red jackets that I mentioned earlier in this video. Oh, child. Oh, Lord. Like, had I worn them jackets and that top, oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, my goodness. They would have thrown holy water on me. They would have been like, stone her. It was like, hang on the cross. Like, I would have got hung on the cross, child. Like, oh no, I would have dared walk up there. I was laughing. My mama had embarrassed. That would have been had I wore. And some women did wear pants to the party, but I'm like, I didn't need to be one of them. Like, I'm not with the way I'm shaped. Like, not with the way I'm shaped. I didn't need to be walking there with no pants. I know Jiggins have. They wouldn't be like, they're like, woo! They're like, I know that little whore didn't. They're like, who is that? Who was this little child? They would have been shaking their head, and all the deacons and the mothers in the church, the choir members, they were like, oh, girl, you see, oh my God, girl, oh my God, girl. What the hell? She knew she was wrong for that girl. You know how they do. You know how they carry on. You know how the girls carry on. So anyway, and you know how I carry on. So let me end this now. So enjoy this video and make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm out of here for the night. I'm gonna see y'all later. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. But yeah, peace. Night.